Okay, I said I had three different messages to share with you today. The second one, I'm splitting them up because they're too long to all cram into one video, and it'd be too distracting anyway. So the second one is about aging, because we did some other videos about, aspects of aging, and it's one of the main focuses that I've been working on in the research that I'm doing for the last 55 years or so. I just wanted to say a couple of things because we had done some videos on aspects of aging, and I was just starting to see I wish I was a better example to show you. I'm trying to get better at that. I'm working in more exploration of this constantly. It's research that I do every day, all day, and I mean my life has really been geared toward furthering that more and more. Most of us have made a lot of mistakes in our earlier life and beat ourselves up, and this is why we look, like I look, or even worse. But I'm a lot better shape than I was 50 years ago, and still getting better constantly, and I'm learning a lot that I want to share with you. And so I do that to the degree that I can in these public videos, and I will continue to do that as my pattern over the last many decades has been make every mistake possible. Try doing things in really dumb ways and not intentionally, but that's how it's turned out, and then eventually kind of triangulating in on what really makes sense and works and turns out to be true. But I guess the upside of that is it gives me a lot of depth of understanding of why it's true and what things don't work, and the story about Edison when he was inventing the light bulb and other things, and he's trying to come up with the right filament for the light bulb, and it was failing and failing and failing and failing. And people asked him, "Aren't you discouraged?" Because he had failed thousands of times, and he said, "Absolutely not, because now I know 10,000 ways that it doesn't work, and I'm closer to the one that works." So I guess I should feel the same way with the aging thing, because I just feel like there's a big difference between what's common and what's normal. And if you understand that as it applies to everything, it really gives you a deeper insight into many aspects of life. And we see people falling apart as they get older. Nowadays, the majority of kids are getting some degenerative diseases when they're young, chronic diseases, and they're going to affect them all their lives if they keep going with the regular drug paradigm of medicine that we're stuck in right now. But after childhood, more and more people, a greater percentage of people, have arthritis and diabetes and cancer and heart disease and MS and all these other things that are considered, most of them considered incurable, and a lot of them are blamed on, well, you're just too old, so you have to have this disease, and your joints have to not work, and you have to have no energy, and your brain doesn't work anymore. And this is called, I think they call it the golden years, right? We're basically hell on earth, where you're not having a very good time because your body feels so bad. And yeah, that's common, but I'm really convinced after so many decades of digging into this that it is not normal. It's not even close to normal. I think, the body is not a tractor, it's a self-healing mechanism, and it's alive, and I found out it's actually conscious, not just intelligent. It's not a piece of meat with blood flow going through it. It's got this current of consciousness running through it that's always working towards healing, harmony, energy, vitality, and all. And it's not by how old you are, it's all the time. And then the thing that I've found is that we make mistakes. We don't have the written owner's manual, at least not the hard copy. And we make all these mistakes, and we get misled because something feels momentarily good or tastes really great, and then it turns out, oh, that was poison, and then it affects you for the rest of your life. It's not a good deal if you don't decode it. So I've been working on decoding it and finding out what's normal. What would I feel like if I had done so many stupid things for so many decades and beat myself up, tried to destroy my body without really knowing that's what I was doing. And but like I said, I've had a lot of encouraging breakthroughs and learning, and I am in much better shape now than I was 50 years ago, and I expect it to keep getting better as more is found out. Now I'm really stretching and pushing to learn as much as possible. So that's really what was behind the Lost Arts Radio project when I was asked to do it, to start a show on health. And then I realized, I thought we were going to be talking about, you know, making fresh juice and fasting and sleep and exercise and sunlight and all the usual components of health and things that affect how you age. But I quickly found out after that those aspects of aging, they have to do with lifestyle and your habits and things you're attached to and addicted to and that you're used to doing every day, or things that you do for comfort because they're familiar. And trying to change those, even if you understand that it would help your health, is really not easy most of the time. You run into those brick walls of emotional attachment. And so I had to spend a lot of time on developing consciousness tools that make it unnecessary to do it by willpower. That's a big deal if you have a feeling for what I'm saying, that you change how you relate to your body and your mind, and you can do things once that's accomplished that you could not do if you just try to force, you know, and use willpower. So I'll put what I can in the public videos about that, but a lot of that is very sensitive information, and unfortunately real health information is forbidden more and more in the world. It's certainly true in America. A lot of doctors have died for trying to expose things that they discovered, but they weren't allowed to be known. So it's tricky because I want to get it to everybody that wants it, not to try to convince anybody of anything or to force it or on somebody that's going in a different direction. It's nothing like that. I just want those people that are looking for more understanding of, you know, they realize they're in a human body, it's starting to degenerate and energy's going down and they're losing muscle mass and clarity of mind and all this stuff and hormone balance, and most of the doctors and the professors are telling them, yeah, that's normal. We've checked all these people and you lose this amount of all these faculties as you get this much older. And I thought, wait a minute, are you sure? I mean, what if it's not true? What if it's because we're making mistakes in what we're doing in our life? And I found out it is because of that. It's how much, I don't know. I don't know what the real potential of our true normal state is, but I want to find out as much as possible. And in Planetary Healing Club, we talk about that stuff and we share it. And there are small dues in it because we're not pushing products or anything. We're not even up to survival level of funds that we're taking in to keep going, and we need to be. And there's small dues that go to the nonprofit that we set up to do this work if you decide to be in the Planetary Healing Club. And you get to help decide what we talk about, because you can even email me, richard@lostartsradio.com, and suggest something and we'll talk about it. Nothing that we're forbidden to do. We can't give diagnoses or treatments or anything like that, but we are still allowed to share this information, and we'll do that with you as long as we're allowed to. If you want to get in, it's planetaryhealingclub.com, and if you have questions about it, again, you can email me, richard@lostartsradio.com, and I'll tell you as much as I can in answer to your question. I think that's about it. If you happen to have money and believe in what we're doing and you want to donate, go to our subscribestar.com page, subscribestar.com/lostartsradio, and it would be deeply appreciated, because I've rejected pretty much every product offer that we could be pushing to, you know, get the money that we need, because I do this work like from when I get up in the morning to when I go to bed, 7 days a week, and most of it doesn't make any money. We need donations, so please help us. There's a donate button at lostartsradio.com, also on our nonprofit page that LostArtsResearchInstitute.org, and there's a Subscribestar page with almost nobody has seen it yet. Subscribestar.com/LostArtsRadio. The only thing I'm doing really that brings in any money, I should probably do more of it, is that I do some private sessions with people. If you're usually people having a lot of confusion about health stuff or life issues that they want to talk about, and consciousness tools they need to get through what they're dealing with, and they want to get younger, and they want to get more energy, and they want to feel better with all the people they're relating to and their family situation. It's all one subject. You know, we're taught in school that there's all these specialties, and I can't be an official counselor because that's a specialty. The only thing that I'm really allowed to do after more than half a century of gathering all this comprehensive, usable, practical tools and information is I am allowed to talk to you. So for people that make a certain amount of donation to the nonprofit, then we throw in a free private session if you would like it. And I need to do more of those because it does help raise money for the school that we want to build. So if you're interested in that, again, email me, richard@lostartsradio.com, and I'll tell you what it's about. You can see if it's worth it for you. I think that covers it. Watch the Sunday shows. Joel Skousen, as I said, is coming up for a series. It's going to be super exciting and informative and educational, and there's a lot of other good ones in the works right now. So stay in touch. Get on our mailing list at lostartsradio.com in case we disappear from places. But we are on Mike's channel, Mike's platform, brighteon.com/channel/lostartsradio. That's brighteon.com/channel/lostartsradio. And he's not going to be censoring anybody, so at least we'll still be there, and you can keep in touch with us at the main site, lostartsradio.com. Anyway, that's more than I wanted to say in this little short video, so sorry to take so long, and thanks for joining me. And I'm going to put the last of the 3 messages that I wanted to share with you today on a separate video so that you can watch it sometime when you have time for it. Okay? And by the way, what it's going to be about, I watched the latest debate last night, and I've got some feedback for you on that if you're interested. So, okay, have a good rest of the day, and I'll talk to you soon.